If you're getting engagement on social media, likes, follows, connections, and even DMs, but you're not actually getting transactions and closings, the website that you have could just be the problem. In today's video, I want to talk about 7 different ways to maximize your social media postings and getting not just engagement, but actually getting conversions by maximizing CTAs and driving traffic directly over to your website. Because on your website, there's so much more you could do. And by the end of the video, you know exactly what that means. So number 1, I would highly recommend that you clarify what is your goal when it comes to your social media account. Are you just wanting more likes and followers and connections? Or are you wanting more closings? It's not just about the content, but you also need to think about how your content is going to lead someone somewhere. It's one thing to educate and entertain and put out the content, but where are you driving these individuals? Every reel, every post should cause curiosity and drive action. Where are they going? What are they clicking on? Are they commenting down below on your post? And are you tying that in with something like ManyChat.com? One thing you could do is use soft CTAs where you can say something like, get the full guide or full version of what I'm talking about because I only have 3 minutes here on Instagram, for an example, so you can drive them directly over to your website and they can download a full guide, or they can watch the full-length YouTube video on the subject matter, especially if you're giving them micro content on social media, but you're not giving them the macro content that you can give them on YouTube and or your website and or with a guide. So I want to make sure you're really thinking about how deliberate you're being with the process of posting and where you're driving people. Number 2, you want to optimize your social platforms for conversion. Let me give you some examples. When you go onto, say, your Instagram account and you click on the link, you have, say, linktree.com. Do you have a bunch of links or do you have 1, 2, or 3 links tops so you don't make it too confusing? A lot of times individuals might be like yourself, have too many links which drive people in too many different directions and their endpoint isn't directly one point of interest, which should be your website. So even if you have multiple links, those links on your link tree should drive specifically to one location on your website or multiple locations on your website. So then you can do things like plant a Facebook pixel, retarget market, and do so much more with that activity once they're there. Now, when you drive them to your website, you can bring them to the home page or a landing page, but you want to make sure that you have a hook and a video and a call to action to automatically capture those leads. So for instance, if you want to go ahead and have a buy now page, sell now page, if you're going to have someone go to your homepage of your website, that's when you potentially can have a video that walks them through the process so they can be able to understand how to navigate your site. So that way you can already pre-meditate and think about the process of what are they doing when they go to your website, what are they clicking on, and where do you want them to go to be able to download that guide, fill out that form so you can be able to capture that lead. And the last thing on this point is you want to have keywords on your bio, say for instance on Instagram, for an example, that people are looking for. So buy, sell, relocate are all things that you can have. And you can go even deeper. You can have like empty nester, buy your first home, distress home seller, divorce home seller. So there's things that you could do to go deeper with your bio on Instagram to be able to maximize the opportunity of showing that you're an authority in that specific niche that you want to work with. Number 3, I want you to imagine your website being a 24/7 salesperson for you. So depending on how you set up your website, depending on the tabs that you have, depending on the call to actions, and depending on the videos that you have, you can really do a great job being able to capture additional leads from that perspective if you just work 10 steps ahead and you work smarter, not harder, with utilizing digital to help you save time and to help you be able to get more conversions. If your website is going to be a 24/7 salesperson, you're going to want to be able to, once you drive traffic to your website, go over these must items to help with conversion of those leads. Qualifying leads is the first thing. Now you can do that with basically an intake form. So you can find out what's going to be their budget, how long are they going to be out before they purchase with you or sell with you? Do they have a pre-approval in hand if they're looking to buy a home with you? Getting the pertinent information so you have that information so you technically can qualify the leads before the actual lead comes to your inbox, your email, or your CRM system from your website. I'm gonna show you here in a minute on today's video, specifically an example of what I'm talking about. Now, of course, educating buyers and sellers is a must on your website. Definitely need additional qualified leads. So what do you specifically have for the buy process as far as videos, guides, downloadables, so they can get more information for wanting to buy a home with you? And then on the sell side, what do you have there too? Do you have a guide? Do you have an intake form to be able to add more value so they can see that you're an expert and you have tons of good information? You can build trust with being a local expert. So if you have the local expertise as far as like the places to go, as far as restaurants or the schools that are the best for the children, or things to do on the weekends, whether it's farmer's market or shopping or whatever the case may be, all that's going to be really good to be able to showcase on your website, because you have evergreen content like YouTube content, or you have evergreen content like keyword search with blogs, where that if it's on your website, someone can be able to search keywords about your area and things to do or top schools, and then they can find your website, read that blog, potentially watch a video if you had a video filmed for that specific information. And then as they get the additional information and they go through that top things to do, they see the videos that you have, they are now super excited, and then there's a guide they can download. And the last point is your website can't just sit pretty. It needs to function with an intention. You really need to think about, if you're paying whatever provider you're paying, what are you paying them for? What is your website doing? And how is it actually functioning so you can get some of those lead qualifications or educate your buyers and sellers and individuals that want to do more in your area? Because your past clients are always want to know about restaurants and things to do. It's just that simple. Because as a home buyer myself, I always want to know what I can do locally in my market or find a cool new restaurant. Number 4, Liftoff Agent does provide funnels. I want to go over a couple funnels that we provide that help you be able to maximize lead conversion. Number 1, you want to make sure your lead magnet you have is going to be above the fold. So above the fold is not scrolling. So this is above the fold. So that's going to help you be able to convert exactly like I have set up a chat or say view website. Now, seller and buyer guides, you can have downloadables are going to be an option that you can have. They can tie into your Instagram, your link tree, your website, so they can be able to download, say, a good guide that's going to help them be able to navigate the process on the buy side and or sell side. Area maps. You can do hyper local focused targeted maps to be able to add more value, which I'll show you here in a minute, to be able to give people the opportunity to think about where do they potentially want to buy? And maybe they're thinking about buying in one area that you serve, but then they want to move across town because they can get more bang for their buck. Or maybe it's closer to a school that they really want their child to go to, or maybe it's closer to the airport or freeways. It could be lots of different things. But if you have a map that helps them explore the areas that you serve, that could be something that you could do intentionally to have maps and guides and additional information for them to be able to check out. That could be the determining factor of what they're going to do at the end of the day when working with you. Now, interactive tools can be another thing you could have on your website, like a mortgage calculator, like searching for homes. Those are going to be great too. And so that way individuals can search for a home, save searches, set up searches. They can also be able to find out maybe what they would be paying on a certain mortgage amount. And you can tie in a mortgage calculator with your preferred lender so they can maybe start to do a couple calculations, and then an auto pops up and they can fill out the information, it goes directly to your lender, and then your lender can go ahead and give them a call and get them quick pre-qualified to be able to work with you. So those are 5 key features that we offer here at Liftoff Agent. Number 5, smart automation and tracking is going to be super pertinent for your website. Making sure that you know who goes to the website, making sure you know what they're doing on your website, and being able to find out how to maximize that opportunity. So let's go over a couple key points. So you have one, you have say VideoAsk. VideoAsk is going to be a quick questionnaire that's going to ask them, are you looking to buy? Are you looking to sell? Are you looking to relocate? Down here, I have schedule a live demo or watch a 5-minute product tour. Now, if they watch a 5-minute product tour, that's because they don't want to set up a live demo because maybe they're not ready to buy right now and they don't want to sit through a 30 to 45 minute, say, strategy call. That could be you watching this video who's a licensed real estate professional that maybe went to liftoffagent.com. Think about that for your clients. And VideoAsk.com is very cheap, actually could be free depending on what level of service you want. And the cool thing thing is it gives you the opportunity to be able to ask some questions, drive them through a process before you actually meet them. I've had a lot of leads come through VideoAsk.com. Number two, warmly.com. Now, warmly.com gives you the ability to get the first name, last name, and contact information of someone that goes to your website, and they don't actually have to click a button, fill out a form, or download a guide. They actually can be able to keep it super simple. You can capture that information, and then you can be able to reach out to them via social media. Of course, you could potentially try to look them up, get their phone number, make a phone call, send an email. I like to keep it super simple where I start to follow the individuals from warmly.com. It's something that the team and staff does here at Liftoff Agent. So if you've ever been to our website before, we're going to keep it 100% transparent. You might have been followed by us because you went to our website, and now we want to support you back for checking us out. The third thing I would recommend is forms that are going to segment users as their intention. So you can have different things like, say, different forms on different pages to ask them different questions. As an example, if someone's going to set up a meeting with you, I'm going to show you here an example, one of our clients as well, and a case study. But if someone wants to go ahead and set up a meeting with you, if you go into chat with us, we're going to go ahead and set up a strategy call. And then after the strategy call, once you book, we're going to ask you some questions about specifically the call before we actually have it. That's the same thing you could do on the buy side questions. Same thing you could do on the sell side questions, because your buy side questions and your sell side questions are going to be different than like set up a meeting now. So you want to be intentional about what are the questions that you want to ask that end person, the end user, that prospect that wants to work with you before you actually work with them. And the last thing I would think about is all this could be tied in with email, right? And so with an email, you can be able to keep them up to date with your email newsletter. When someone goes through the process of going to your website and warmly.com captures their information, or VideoAsk captures their information, they can now tie into your email marketing campaign, and you can do a soft touch, a soft CTA to ask them to set up a meeting with you at a later date from, like, say, an email marketing campaign. Number 6, you can do a follow-up flow post visit. So before someone actually visits your website, you're going to want to have your CRM system connected to your website and think about what the flow looks like when they're going to go through the process of being able to, say, work with you, or before working with you, because top of the funnel is your social post, middle of the funnel is your website, bottom of the funnel are going to be the CTAs, call to actions, and what they download. So I'll give you a couple examples. Seller download guide, right? They download the guide. Then what happens? Email follow-up. Email follow-up could be something like 3 mistakes to avoid before selling, right? That could be email follow-up. Now, the email follow-up can have a video and or can also just be, say, a blog. Totally simple, depending on what you want to do. I like doing both. I like to have the videos turn into a blog, and then they can watch the video, they can read the blog, and then that's evergreen content, and it'll be out there for everyone to see. So number 3, CTA, schedule a call. And that could be something like, for a seller, we're talking about that right now, schedule a call to talk about what it looks like to potentially sell your home in the next 3, 6, or 12 months. Then you can have a conversation, go deeper with what they're looking to do, and really be able to build more of know, like, and trust, and let them know that you already have set up all this automatically, which is going to be impressive, and it's going to make them want to work with you that much more. And that's the funnel. So it's that simple, it's that easy. You want to basically have the seller guide. From the seller guide, you're going to have, say, email follow-up, could be the 3 mistakes to avoid before selling. Then you're going to have the CTA to schedule a call. It's that simple, 1, 2, 3 punch. And that's something that you can have set up on the back end on your website after posting on social media and driving that traffic to your site. Number 7, strategy session equals real closings. You have to meet with someone to be able to get the actual person through the finish line. The site's job is to guide the conversation to get to that connection where you can actually have a conversation with them, like I talked about earlier in the video. The site should close the deal or get them into your calendar. So 2 things that you want to have happen: either close the deal, get them into your calendar, get them to download the guide, fill out the form, get pre-qualified for the buy side, or schedule a call with you to basically sell their home. And then that is what Liftoff Agent specializes in. And I would highly recommend that you set up a no obligation strategy call with us. There's a link down below to make it happen. And I really want to make sure that you have success with this process, because I know a lot of individuals, could be like yourself, has a great social presence and you have Linktree as kind of like your CTAs and your website, but they go to different locations where you don't control the traffic, you can't retarget to those folks, you can't set them up with Worldly.com, like we talked about with the website, can't get someone to go over here and download something. And exactly like I just talked about is someone like here and what she's doing. And this is going to be Adriana Dudick. She's already closed 4 transactions because of YouTube. Buy side, sell side, before the fold, they could automatically get those resources. If I go into that location, there's going to be an automatic form that pops up. This is exactly what I was talking about earlier. So get started within 1 minute. Automatically click the button, and then you'll be able to go to the next step, be able to ask those questions. We're going to ask them specifically, are they 3, 6, or 12 months out? We're going to ask them what their budget is. So we know specifically they're at $750,000 to $1 million budget. We're also going to go ahead and find out if they have a pre-approval in hand, and nope, not yet. So that would be preferred or referred out to your preferred lender. First name, last name, contact information, bada boom, bada bang. We have FAQs asking frequently asked questions on the buy side versus renting, videos that can automatically be watched. They can download this buyer guide right here. They can look at the testimonials, and then they can also find out basically some additional, this is going to be finding your dream home. This is additional questions that FAQs for that. And then you can search for homes, set up property alerts, which is going to be down there. And then this is going to be all the videos feeding into that page. And then you can automatically schedule a conversation with the meeting right here, exactly what I just talked about in today's video. Set up a Zoom call and then go through, pick a day, pick a time, so on and so forth. So that's what definitely we can do to help you maximize your website. So take advantage of that strategy call. Links down below. Thanks for staying to the end. Appreciate you. God bless. Take care. And we'll see you all on the next one.